Hey, welcome back. I'm Nix, your intuitive coach and energy alignment mentor, and this is your weekly energy update where we track what's moving through the collective field so you can move with it instead of against it. Now, this week we have two transits that are worth your attention. We have Mercury that enters Aries on the 14th of April, and what that means for you is this: say what you mean, direct, bold, no more over explaining yourself or softening your truth to make other people feel comfortable. Mercury in Aries, it has no time for that, okay? And on the 17th of April, we have a new moon in Aries conjunct Chiron. Now, this is a big one. This is an identity reset, a healing portal, a cosmic invitation to begin again. But this time it's rooted in self awareness and self love rather than survival mode, okay? So this week essentially is not playing with you. Now, let's get into the cards. But before we do, just one quick orientation for anybody new here. Welcome. Each week we move through four cards, okay? The first card gives us the energy of the week. The second card tells us what's being asked of us. The third card will highlight the energy center that is calling for your attention. And the fourth card will show us how to integrate and hold it all together, all right? So let's go. First card up, evil eye, protection. So the energy of this week is protection. And yeah, there's the number one on the card for those who are into numerology or angel numbers. Now, I want you to hear this. Protect your energy this week, okay? It's not about paranoia. This is very much about wisdom. It's discernment. It's moving with your eyes wide open. Now, protection can look like a lot of things this week. It may look like being intentional about what you share. So, your ideas, your projects, your visions, your dreams. Not everyone needs access to what you're building before it's built, okay? So, just be mindful of that. Um, Protection might also look like taking an honest look at the company you keep and the environments that you're entering. Friends, family, work, romantic connection. The label doesn't really matter, but the energy does, okay? Does it feel safe? Does it feel supportive? Does it feel like it's feeding you or draining you? Protection might also look like tending to your own energetic field, a cleansing bath, a shower with intention, smoke cleansing. And if you have a practitioner that you deeply trust, go get some energy work done this week, okay? In person Reiki, virtual, or whatever works for you. Just let someone that you truly trust tend to your field so that you can move through this week more fortified. Now, if some of you pray, my prayer warriors, get to praying, okay? If you are somebody who's into ritual work, ritualize it. A protection candle, a protection incantation. If you keep crystals, cleanse them. If you use salt jars in your home and it's been a minute, change them out. Just make sure that the energy in your space is as protected as the energy in your body, okay? Now, what I want you to sit with is this card is really focused less on absorbing and more on what you're outputting. So be mindful of who has access to you this week. It's not about going hermit mode. It's just moving with more awareness, more discernment, like I said earlier. And if you are in orbit of someone who is sitting in jealousy or envy or just low frequency altogether, even if it's not directed at you personally, proximity still has an effect, especially if you're somebody who is energetically sensitive. So please be aware. Now, turn that same awareness inward, okay? Ask yourself honestly, what energy am I sitting with right now? Am I in bitterness, lack mindset, anger, resentment? If the answer is yes, don't judge it. Just sit with it. Find out what it's actually rooted in, because moving yourself up and out of that lower frequency, that's also a form of protection. Just remember, you cannot pour from a contaminated well, okay? Great. Next up. So this is how we're going to be asked to basically deal with this week. Sorry, my camera died. So this week we are being asked to go into the deep end. This card says inner pain. Okay. So this is not about your familiar shadows, okay? This is not the ones that you've already made peace with, this is more about the ones that you've been quietly avoiding, the ones that you tell yourself you'll get to eventually, the deep dark corners that you've convinced yourself will break you if you actually face them, okay? It's not the pain you're afraid of. If you're honest with yourself, it's change. Because if you go there, if you actually meet those parts of yourself, embrace them, heal them, evolve from them, you change. And when you change, everything around you shifts. So you might not be the same person the people in your life currently love. You might not be seen the same way, held the same way. Some connections may or may not survive your evolution, and that terrifies some of you more than the shadow work itself. But what resisting that depth actually does is it costs you. It's keeping you from where you're generally trying to go. Going this deep isn't destruction, it's expansion. It deepens your emotional library. It attunes you more precisely to your own energy and the energy of the people around you. It deepens the connections with people who can actually hold all of you, not just the parts of you that you made palatable for public consumption, okay? So the question this week isn't, are you ready? It's more, what matters more to you, the inner balance or the external validation? But the thing is, only you can answer that, okay? Next up, we have rejection. So the energy center this week is the crown chakra. And as you can see, the card says rejection. Now, before you go where you think this is going, stay with me, just stay with me, okay? This isn't about you being rejected. This is about you rejecting. Your conscious, deliberate choice to reject what does not align with you on who you actually are or are becoming. If I remember the excerpt from this card, it's something along the lines of what appeared to be rejection was actually a release from what you did not want. So society may reject you for not conforming, but most importantly, are you rejecting what doesn't work for you? Or at least are you willing to? Now, the crown chakra is your connection to higher consciousness, the universal wisdom, to the love of your guides and angels, that what they hold for you without condition or judgment. This is the energy center that reminds you that you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You know what you've built and you know who you are. Now, what I'm feeling strongly with this card in particular is the energy of rejecting conformity, rejecting the pull to become what I like to call a sheepleton, someone who moves mindlessly with the masses instead of standing rooted in their own light and their own power. Now, this week, under the energy, the crown chakra is asking you, are you working with or against your environment? Are you seeking approval from spaces that were never designed to see you fully? Are you ready to show up as the guide, the teacher, the mentor that you actually are? You don't need permission. You never did. The crown already knows that, and it's time that the rest of you catches up, okay? And the last one we have here to help you hold all of this is faith. Okay, now this is not the passive kind, not the sit back and hope kind. Faith has an active, intentional daily choice to trust. Trust yourself, the process, the universe, even when you can't see your whole path. Okay, especially when you can't see your whole path. This is coming up a lot lately. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This week is asking a lot of us. Protect your field, face your deepest shadows, reject conformity, and stand in your power, your light. This is not light work. For some of you, this week is going to feel a little icky and uncomfortable, and that's okay. The discomfort means something is actually moving, okay? There's so much is uncertain right now. So much feels kind of up in the air. A lot of us feel like our backs are against the wall, grasping at anything that can anchor us back to steady ground. Let faith be that anchor. That's why faith is coming through, so it can be that anchor. Not because it makes everything clear, but because it keeps you moving even when nothing is clear. When you choose faith, real faith, embodied faith, you align your energy with the flow of the universe. You stop white knuckling the outcome. You stop resisting. You stop allowing things to unfold in the timing. You start allowing things to unfold in the timing that they're meant to. The more you choose faith, the more you invite that magnetic flow of synchronicity and abundance. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep showing up. So trust the process, trust yourself, and let it move you. Okay? Now, that is the energy for the week of April 12th through the 18th. If this reading landed, I would love to hear from you. Please drop in the comments, where in your life are you being called to protect your energy right now? Sorry, I just thought I heard some coins drop. Be specific, okay? Because that's where the real conversation starts. If you're new here, welcome again. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next week's update. And if someone in your life needs to hear this one, please send it to them. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is pass the message along. I will see you next week. Take care of your beautiful energy and bye.